This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Construction on a Sarasota Memorial Hospital new internal medicine medical center in the community of Newtown is moving right along. And as it takes shape, longtime residents and hospital directors are already looking for it to be part of modernizing the area. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo is live at the work site with a closer look there. Dwayne.
Well, Haley, it was only last November we saw the groundbreaking on the site right behind me. But earlier today, our crew took a quick tour around the work area, and it's coming along pretty nicely. Now, when it's all said and done, it will service the community of Newtown.
Many in the Newtown community feel the new medical center will be another piece of the puzzle to keep the area booming.
To stimulate the economy, to bring jobs, bring opportunities, create businesses in the community, bring other resources to the community, and this is a good step forward.
Longtime Sarasota doctor Washington Hill is looking for the practice to be a major component for redevelopment.
For a long time, we've looked for methods and projects to improve this community, as the community leaders are aware of, and this is a big step forward in doing exactly that.
A facility with the goal of providing access of internal medicine care to adults in Newtown. A primary structure is already in place and more to be done in less than 2 weeks.
We'll actually start framing walls, and by the end of the month we'll have windows and a roof on the building itself.
Once complete, the residency program is expected to produce 13 new internal medicine physicians a year.
These are physicians that have already completed from medical school and are now getting specific training in the discipline of internal medicine.
A 6,400 square foot facility with 12 exam rooms. Program Director Wilhelmina Vice-Romesh says the physician's continuity of care will be of the utmost importance.
You want to develop a relationship with a physician that knows you, that cares about you, that gets to know you as a whole person, not just, someone that's here for 15 minutes because, they have a bad cough.
And Hill says for residents to get a full scope,
there's going to be a community forum where those in the community can come and have a full understanding of what the clinic will do and what the clinic will not do. I think that's very important.
Now, in a little over 3 months, there will no longer be a work site behind me, but it will be a residency program ready to take in patients. Reporting in live in Sarasota, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Dwayne. A Nokomis man is charged with animal cruelty after sheriff's deputies say they found more than a dozen dogs living in poor conditions at his home. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office began the investigation last week when they were alerted that several dogs were living on the property on Scott Street. When they arrived at Ivan McCollum's home, deputies found 14 dogs living in confined crates and kennels without food or water. They were covered in urine and feces. According to a veterinarian, all of the animals were malnourished and several were suffering from internal parasites that, if left untreated, could result in death. A follow-up now on the case of a Manatee County couple convicted for fraud and animal abuse. Today, the 2nd District Court of Appeals upheld the convictions against Alan Napier. Napier and his wife, Cherie, were convicted on 8 counts of scheming to defraud and aggravated animal abuse in 2015. They were arrested following a raid at their animal sanctuary, where nearly 300 animals were living in poor conditions. Federal prosecutors say a decision is still months away on seeking the death penalty for an Alaska man charged in a Florida airport shooting rampage. Attorneys for Esteban Santiago say he has been diagnosed with schizophrenia and schizoaffective disorder, but is competent to stand trial. Santiago is accused of opening fire inside Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport on January 6th, killing 5 people and wounding 6 others. Santiago's trial is scheduled for October 2nd. President Trump's income tax returns are all out. Well, not all of them. The White House says the returns show that President Trump paid $38 million in federal taxes on income of more than $150 million in 2005. ABC's Stephanie Ramos reports from Washington.
Leaders of the House Intelligence Committee say there is no evidence President Trump was ever wiretapped.
I don't think there was an actual tap of Trump Tower.
The top Democrat on the committee called for President Trump to officially retract his statement that former President Obama had Trump Tower wiretapped.
It deeply concerns me that the president would make such an accusation without basis.
And the Republican chairman, Devin Nunes, says perhaps Trump's tweets should not be taken literally.
Are you going to take the tweets literally? And if you are, then clearly the president was wrong.
Meanwhile, 2 pages of Trump's income taxes from more than a decade ago are out after the president spent the last year during the campaign refusing to release them. Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist David K. Johnston says he received the 2-page tax summary of the president's 2005 in the mail anonymously and then released them. It shows an income of nearly $153 million. Trump ended up paying $38 million in federal taxes. His tax rate, about 25%. And Trump declared $103 million in losses. Democrats still want the president to release his full tax returns like other presidents since Nixon.
They were just merely a little, as we say in Minnesota, a cocktail weenie appetizer, right? It was just a tiny, tiny piece of what we want to see.
And we're also hearing from Attorney General Jeff Sessions on these wiretapping claims. He says as the nation's top law enforcement official, he never indicated to the president that President Obama had him wiretapped. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Washington.
Federal judges may decide the fate of President Trump's new travel ban before it goes into effect on Thursday. Courts in Maryland and Hawaii have agreed to hear oral arguments on the travel ban today, and a decision could be made before tomorrow morning. Outside of the Maryland court, an attorney requesting a temporary restraining order to block the ban from going into effect says he's confident his side will prevail.
We're very hopeful that that by 12:01 a.m. tomorrow, when this executive order is supposed to be in effect, that we'll have an injunction blocking it.
Trump's new executive order bans foreign nationals from 6 Muslim-majority countries from entering the U.S. for 90 days. It also bans all refugees for 120 days. But unlike Trump's previous order back in January, those with green cards or valid visas are not affected by this ban. The government says more than 12 million people have signed up for coverage this year under former President Obama's health care law, even as the Republican-led Congress debates its repeal. The announcement comes as GOP leaders struggle to dampen internal opposition to a new health care measure. Party leaders hope President Trump's support will help nail those down those votes. Now, let's head over to Bob.
Well, if you're just getting home, temperatures have been pretty chilly throughout the day. They're going to get even colder tonight. We're expecting low temperatures to drop down well below average into the mid to upper 30s in most cases. If you're right on the water, more than likely low 40s to start things off on Thursday. Current temperatures 53 at Anna Maria right now, 58 at Lakewood Ranch, a little bit warmer in Arcadia at 64 degrees. It's 62 in Northport. Northport, you'll drop down to 35 degrees, but the wind chill there will be around 30. By 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. 35 in Port Charlotte. Inglewood will be at 36. Mayaca City, 34 degrees. Lakewood Ranch will be right around 36 degrees to start things off. Bradenton at 40. That's because that north wind coming over the Tampa Bay, and also the Manatee River will keep things just a little bit warmer there in Bradenton. But still, with that wind blowing at 10 to 15 miles an hour, it will feel much colder. We'll let you know about the warm-up coming our way in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Students in Manatee County will be on spring break next week, but kids can still get free lunches. The county's Food and Nutrition Services Department will provide the lunches next week, Monday through Friday. The mobile feeding bus will make 3 stops, rain or shine. The first stop will be at Southeast High School. The second stop will be at Bradenton Village Apartments. And then after that, the bus will be at Lincoln Park. Some kids on spring break in Sarasota County this week are getting a lesson on how to follow the rules of the road. Sarasota County held a bike rodeo at North Sarasota Library. Kids were invited to come out and learn about bike safety, what safety gear is needed, and practice their riding skills. They also learned how to share the road with other pedestrians and drivers and what to watch out for.
We have a reputation in Florida for, having some injuries on the road. So we want to teach kids early on how to be predictable, how to ride safely on the road. That way, when they become adults, they know what to do already.
The kids were also treated to a free lunch, and for those without their own bikes, they got to borrow one for the afternoon. Great skills to learn. Still to come on your Suncoast News, changes coming to a popular grocery store chain, why Winn-Dixie is getting rid of its extremely popular Fuel Perk program. That story is straight ahead.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up, we're going to introduce you to some beautiful llamas and tell you when you can see them at the fair.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Join us for Sarasota Opera's 2017 Winter Festival, opening February 11th. Featuring Puccini's most famous opera, Madame Butterfly, Rossini's delightful comedy, The Italian Girl in Algiers, Poulenc's heartbreaking Dialogues of the Carmelites, and the medieval thriller The Love of Three Kings by Italo Montemezzi. Tickets are on sale now. Call 941-328-1300 or visit sarasotaopera.org.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Every now and then, factories authorize us to give deep discounts on furniture. And that time is now during the Flex Steel Factory Authorized Sale at Bacon's Furniture and Design. Shop the Flex Steel styles you love like Brandon, Dillon, Crosstown, Fleet Street Sectionals, and more. All at the guaranteed lowest authorized prices. Experience the beauty, the functionality, the quality for years to come with a lifetime warranty on Flex Steel's patented spring construction. The Flex Steel Factory Authorized Sale going on now only at Bacon's Furniture and Design.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPV.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
Friday is opening day for the Sarasota County Fair. To a lot of people, the fair means thrilling rides, exciting shows, and of course that fair food. But in the spotlight tonight, ABC7's Linda Carson introduces us to some students and animals for whom the fair means showtime. Linda.
The Sarasota County Fair is actually called the Agricultural Fair, and to a lot of local students, that's still the focus. 4-H clubbers and FFA members have spent the last year getting ready to compete in everything from public speaking to canning to raising livestock. We visited one group who are getting ready to show their llamas. The 4-H'ers and their llamas are preparing for their appearance at the fair on Sunday. The competition will be fierce.
There's like multiple classes that we're gonna show in. Like there's showmanship, where it's like all about how we take care of our llamas. There's halter, which is like all about our llamas and how they perform. There's obstacles, which is like we have to go through an obstacle course.
Judges will watch their every move.
They judge showmanship, which is judged on the youth and how well they show their animal. They have to square them up. They have to keep them calm. They have to show the best of the llama to the judge. She wants to see that they're proud of their llama, they've groomed them well, and they know how to handle them.
It's a little scary.
I'm most worried about the backup, so we have to go in a little pen, back our llamas out, or back our llamas in, and then come out. So yeah, she doesn't really like to back out or back in.
But these llamas are really smart.
Probably a lot smarter than we are because they can understand what we're saying. They know what we want them to do if they see it. They're just kind of like humans with their brain capacity. They remember everything.
Ryan Swartz and his llama won the Showmanship Award last year. The kids spend a lot of time with the llamas.
Sundays we come out and work with all the llamas and train them and brush them and walk them.
And take them on outings.
We take her to nursing homes and sometimes out to parks. Like we went to the celery fields and the Fruitville Library.
Ashley Hebron and her llama have a close bond.
She'll follow me wherever I go. She'll do mostly what I ask, and we just love each other.
She says training a llama has taught her a lot.
When I first got her, she didn't want to do anything. So just working with her a lot just made me learn patience with her.
They're just like big dogs, and they're very unique and special in their own way. And they have a lot of character and personality.
And the llamas also have beautiful fur. It's actually called fiber. It can be sheared or cut and woven into clothing and other products. Catherine Wilbanks donates the fiber from those llamas to be made into items for nursing homes. They're beautiful, and their competition is Sunday night.
Well,
so that would be a great thing to see at the fair.
Yes, I love llamas. Like you mentioned in the story, they're very gentle and they're smart and they're fun to be around.
They're nice.
They are nice animals. All right, thank you, Linda. The llamas might be a little chilly tonight. Thank God they have that fiber, Bob.
I was just thinking the same thing, Haley. We are looking at Casey Key webcam. It was chilly out on the beaches. Jackets and sweaters required there as opposed to bathing suits. Strong winds out of the west-northwest and creating some high surf. We had small craft advisories all day long. Those have since expired. We still have a high surf advisory in effect, but that's soon to expire as of 8 o'clock tonight. A big chill tonight. One of the coldest nights of winter, and winter less than a week away from ending here. You have to go back to January 8th when the temperature got down to 36 degrees. That's the last time we were in the 30s. There's only been 2 days that we had temperatures in the 30s all winter long. Sunny but cool on Thursday. Still, though, we'll see a little bit warmer temperatures and then a great weekend ahead. I'm looking forward to it. The lower humidity and slightly cooler temperatures, below average, a little bit below average, but right around 75 degrees. Well, the very active subtropical jet stream has been pushed well to the south now over Cuba. That's the reason why we saw that severe weather, that energy in the upper levels of the atmosphere kind of attaching itself to those storms that were moving through a couple of days ago. And the satellite and radar picture is still confirming this northerly flow, and this northerly flow will continue to bring us the coldest air of the season, possibly. We'll see low temperatures into the mid-30s in the inland locations. The Gulf water temperature, which has been above average, will drop another 3 degrees, I suspect, over the upcoming 48 hours. But right now it's 64 in Arcadia, 56 degrees near the coast at the Sarasota-Brayton Airport. Lots of sunshine out there. The dew point temperature extremely low, 36 degrees. Winds are out of the northwest at 16. That's what makes it feel so cold, that biting wind coming through with those temperatures now into the 50s. 58-degree high today, well below the average. Our normal high at 76, and the record high 89 set back in 2012. Record low, pretty low, 34 degrees. I don't think we're going to see many records near the coast. We could see some inland records set back in 1926, and it looks as though we won't see any rainfall for a while. And that means our high fire danger will continue. Obviously, that'll be a problem over the upcoming 2 to 3 months. Winds will be out of the northeast, staying pretty strong overnight. We'll see them out of the north and northeast throughout the day, too, tomorrow. No advisories anticipated with this kind of wind, but we will see breezy conditions, which will keep it on the cooler side. Temperatures for exact low temperatures are looking like this. Rotunda right at 39. Northport, you'll be at 35 degrees. Venice, a few degrees warmer, 38 in Sarasota, and Lakewood Ranch right around 36 degrees. Same in Parrish. Anna Maria at 43 degrees for our lows tomorrow. Now, the overnight temperatures will drop pretty quickly. Beginning at midnight, we'll already be down in the 40s, and then should see the upper 30s to mid 30s by around 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Lots of sunshine, though, throughout the day on Thursday, with high temperatures only in the low 60s tomorrow, so about 4 to 5 degrees warmer than today. That north wind continues. You can see those low clouds developing with that north cold wind coming off the Carolina coast. You'll notice by Friday we start to see a little easterly component, and that's the reason why we're going to warm up. That east wind has a tendency to warm us up. Well, it's a tale of two countries, really, as far as cold air is concerned. The warm country out here in the western states and the cold here all across the Northeast. 32 in the nation's capital. Atlanta still at 42 degrees right now. Well, for boaters, it looks like this. Winds will be a little bit brisk to start the day off northeast at 15 knots, subsiding to 10 in the afternoon. The water temperature I mentioned 70 degrees and 63 for high at the beaches tomorrow. Low tide upcoming 10:04 and a high tide will be at 3:34. Sunset at 7:38. Wind chill factor could be a problem tomorrow morning. 38 for your low near the coast, right around 40. Chilly tomorrow. 65 if you live inland, low 60s if you're on the beaches. Still cool, the average high 76. And then we'll stay nice on Friday, St. Patrick's Day, and then mid-70s on Saturday and Sunday. Spring officially arrives, winter is gone, and temperatures staying into the mid-70s. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. Still no major accidents to report. Although traffic is backing up, the congestion is getting worse for drivers along I-75 northbound before Bee Ridge Road as you see a long strip of red on 75 there. The Justice Department is charging 2 Russian intelligence agents and 2 hackers in a breach at Yahoo that affected at least 500 million user accounts. U.S. officials say the hacking began at least as early as 2014 and targeted the email accounts of Russian and U.S. officials, Russian journalists, and employees of financial services, and many others. The Justice Department has previously charged Russian hackers with a cybercrime, but this is the first criminal case brought against Russian government officials. As expected, the Federal Reserve is boosting rates. Today, Fed officials voted to hike the key short-term rate, the third increase since December of 2015. The federal funds rate was raised 0.25 percentage points to a range of 0.75 to 1%. The decision is a show of confidence that the economy is stable. One of the biggest perks to shopping at Winn-Dixie is now going away. By the end of April, shoppers with Winn-Dixie loyalty cards will no longer be able to use the points that they have earned to get a discount at Shell gas stations. The grocery store chain is replacing its Fuel Perks program with a new program through Plenty. Plenty allows users to collect points as they shop, then redeem them at various stores, including Macy's and ExxonMobil. Customers can enroll in the program starting today. Entertainment news coming up next.
Car experts and customers agree there's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru was named the 2016 Best Overall Brand, Most Trusted, and Best Performance Brand by Kelley Blue Book. And ALG named Subaru its top mainstream brand for residual value for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
You know, things can happen in an instant. We never expected Brady to be in an accident. And if he didn't have blood donors, he wouldn't be here.
To Suncoast blood donors and everybody in this community, I'd say thank you. You know, I'm gonna pay it forward.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
We're learning more about the VIPs coming to the Suncoast next month for the Sarasota Film Festival. For opening night, SFF will host director Rory Kennedy for her film Take Every Wave, The Life of Laird Hamilton. Other big names include actress Diane Lane, who will be at the festival for her film Paris Can Wait. Aisha Taylor will also be here for her directorial debut on the film Axis. The Sarasota Film Festival runs April 5th through the 19th. The professor whose kids crashed his live TV interview is taking the mishap in stride. Robert Kelly held a press conference near his home in South Korea. A press conference, people, to talk about this video that has made him and his family internet celebrities. Kelly was discussing the impeachment of South Korea's president live on the BBC from his home office when right in the middle of the interview, as you see here, his young daughter saunters into the room, followed by her 8-month-old brother in a baby walker. Then his wife quickly slides in to try to get them out of the room.
We thought it was a disaster. I immediately called or texted or emailed the BBC. I communicated with the BBC immediately afterwards, and I apologized to them. I said that if they never called us back or never asked me to be on television again, I would understand.
Well, we know that won't happen because he's been on television how many times since then. Kelly says he thinks the video went viral because working parents can relate to the reality of kids bursting through the veneer of professionalism. It was quite hilarious. Those of us in live TV know anything can happen. You can be interrupted at any time, and I think it's great that we just get to see someone being themselves, and the kids were adorable. We'll be right back.